Yes, people. What's good? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Manchester United Weekly Show. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I mean, obviously, I done one with Rasta a couple weeks ago. Shout out Rasta every time, but it's been a while since we last done one. We have to try and keep ourselves updated on United. Obviously we're not having a great season, but hey, we're still here talking United. We're still talking about football clubs. We still love our clubs. No hatred. We of course we still it's always going to be there, but. King, how you doing, bro? Welcome back. It's been a while since we spoke, man. Yes, update us on how you doing, man. Update us, bro. Everything okay with you and your side, your family, everything
Yeah,
good?
yeah, yeah. Everything, obviously, barring United, everything is good. So, people just subscribe to this yet again. This is a great channel, bro. So, people subscribe to the channel. Obviously, you'll be getting United content. You'll be getting other variety of content as well on this channel as well. And we want to see the man them doing well, bro, in the YouTube space. So yeah, man. So smash the likes, people, and subscribe to the channel, man. And let's get to it, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. So sorry about that. Yeah, but people, we are closing in on 200 subs. Please make sure you do subscribe to my channel. I'm very, very, very close to the goal. Right, that says right in my caption right there. Road to 200 subs. Literally 8 subs away. So if you guys could go and subscribe to the channel, that'd be amazing. But let's get started. Obviously, Manchester United have had a very, very rough season, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
this last time you and I spoke, we were in a much better position, but it's
Yes.
still it's still terrible. Like we're still not having a great year. I mean, in the Europa League semi-final, that's the best we can go so far. We're up against Athletic Bilbao, which is for me the toughest opponent we could arguably face right now in the Europa League. I think this is the team that if we get past, we should definitely win it if we can get past Bilbao. But I want to know your thoughts on the Europa League so far, on Europa League campaign. Let's just start on a positive because our Europa League campaign's been a bit of a plus, isn't it? It's been a big positive. We're the only team undefeated in Europe right now. Hopefully that continues with the Bilbao and with the final. Hopefully we can get to the final. I want to know your thoughts on the Europa League as a whole this season. How have you been? How have you fared this Europa League season out to be?
Yeah, I think for United, I think the Europa League has been actually very good in the Europa League. I think I was surprised. I was a bit surprised how obviously we played obviously against Sociedad. I thought obviously in the first leg, I thought we made it a bit too hard for ourselves because we should have against Sociedad. We should have the tie should have been done from the first leg. But obviously we got the job done in the second leg. Um, I was a bit surprised at the quality for Sociedad because usually La Liga teams usually you would resonate, especially with Spanish teams, that they are very good at keeping the ball. They're very good at keeping stuff ticking and stuff like that. But I was surprised how bad Sociedad even played in both of those legs. But United took advantage of it, and yeah, like obviously that was good against Leon. Obviously, I knew it was going to be more tougher, but because Leon have a better attack and stuff, but even in the Leon game, bro, like the tie should have been also done in the first leg as well. You know what I mean? We should have finished Leon off in the first leg because because Leon was not great in the first leg either, bro. They was
Yeah,
not great. They was not great, bro. Like defensively, yeah. Defensively, they looked very shaky, and then obviously going forward, they didn't really do much. And obviously,
they missed
Onana
a lot
made two.
of, they missed a lot of chances in that first half. We were under the cosh for pretty much the second half. If
Yeah,
they had taken their chances, it could have been a different game. But we were lucky to get that second goal, and then obviously Andre Onana happened. Sorry, continue what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. And then Andre Onana happened, and then that's what that's what it was. And then obviously the second leg. I mean, there's no other word for me to describe it as this. It was just a madness. The second leg was just a madness, bro. Like United was 2-0 up, cruising in the game.
Yep.
We wasn't. We were cruising in the game. Ryan Cherky was giving us a little bit of problems in the first half, but not too much. But we all know the quality of Ryan Cherky. So I am not surprised about that. We were 2-0 up, cruising in the game, and then the players, bro, and then the players just you know what I mean. The players just died, bro. The players just fell asleep at 3. The players just fell asleep at 2-0. Bro, at 2-0, yeah, we just fell asleep. Like, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. At 2, when we went 2-0 up, I'm thinking to myself, what I'm thinking to myself, bro, why are we sitting back? I'm thinking, what's going on in the second? I'm thinking,
I'm thinking, why is Garnacho missing the chance? You know, we had a chance to 3-0 up.
But like,
game, 90 minutes.
But again, I'm not even surprised Garnacho missed that chance, because obviously it's Garnacho. You know what I mean? Obviously it's Garnacho, but I'm thinking, why are we sitting back here? Why are we sitting back in the second half? We should be going there and try and get 3 or 4, bro. We should be going there because defensively they are not at it. Every time when Man United attacked their back line, Leon did not know what to do. They was all over the place. They was all over the place, and then when they brought on Lacazette, we got deep. We sat deeper and deeper and deeper, and then obviously that's how they came back, bro, because Lacazette was dropping into pockets of spaces, and we couldn't deal with it, bro. Like we could not deal with it. I mean, I think the first goal, the first goal, it went over Harry Maguire's head, and I think it was Yeni Euro originally who was marking Tolisso. Tolisso just had a free header, and then after that,
I don't think anyone touched the ball for the free kick, actually. Oh, you talking about the second goal at Old Trafford?
And the first goal, the first goal, like no one touched the ball, but the ball went over Harry Maguire's head. It just went over Harry Maguire's head, and I think it was Yeni Euro or Harry Maguire. One of them was marking Yeni Euro or Harry Maguire. One of them was marking Tolisso for the first goal, and then they didn't manage to pick up Tolisso. And then the second goal, Diego Dallo, doesn't stop the cross, for the second goal. The Dallo does not stop the cross, and then Dogu falls asleep at the back post, and then Yeni Euro falls asleep at the other back post, and then literally it is 2-2, and then literally they break, literally they have a counter attack at 3-2, and then they score, and then the fourth goal is just stupid from Luke Shaw. Know what I mean? And then literally the players got themselves in a bad situation, and then the players put themselves and the manager in a bad situation, and then they pulled it back. Know what I mean? So like that was it really in the Europa League. Obviously, I think it's been better for us in the Europa League because it's a knockout competition, and United always do well in knockout competitions usually.
Basically, we don't perform in the Premier League, we won't perform in the cups.
Yeah, like that's been the thing, and even when I'm looking at Bilbao, like there's like the quality of the Europa League. this season especially, I don't think has been it, bro. The quality in the Europa League, majority of the teams in the Europa League, the quality hasn't been there, bro. Because even
if there was Sevilla, they would have won the whole thing, bro. They would have
yeah,
won the whole thing.
yeah, because like I'm looking at it, yeah, and I'm looking at Bilbao because I think because I saw Bilbao in both legs against Roma. And they even Bilbao at the end in the second leg almost threw away against Roma, because when Roma scored that penalty, Roma could have got a third to make
I was even surprised Rangers were leading the first leg, bro. I was very, very surprised. I thought Rangers were gonna go through. Like I was like, okay, you're going to Spain now. Hold on for pens. And then Bilbao got it. But do you know, fair play. Bilbao are there for a reason. They're the hosts of this tournament. Let's not forget. They're gonna go back.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying though, because Bilbao even struggled to they barely got past Rangers in the end. They barely got past Rangers. And the thing is, is that in that game, because obviously I didn't watch the game because the United game was on, but I heard that they should have had a penalty. Rangers should have had a penalty in that second leg. So as well, so like things could have ended up very different if that was given. So like again, like. And obviously Nico Williams, obviously, even though I don't rate him highly as a player, he's like one of their best players. Like he's he's a doubt. He's apparently a doubt for the game. He could be a doubt for the game. I seen Fabrizio Romano post it, a couple of days ago. So, yeah. I don't think there's any excuse for United. I think United have to go and win this competition really, and because I just don't think majority of the teams are that great in the Europa League. I just don't think the majority of teams this season in the Europa League have been great in previous seasons. So like United have to go and win that competition. So because obviously we need to get Champions League football for financial reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah, and for big club reasons as well.
Yeah, for big club reasons, but like obviously for me, like in terms of the league, there's not much that we can do in the league right now.
Forget about the league. We're losing. I hate to be that negative guy, but we're not winning away at Bournemouth this weekend anyway. So
no,
there's just no point talking about the Premier League. The Premier League is like, for me, I just think it's a disgrace of how the club besides the United, right? Like the fact that we are the Premier League like giants. We are the Premier League goats, yeah. Because we've won the most league titles. We have the most, this and that. To be where we are right now is a disgrace, and I think everyone should be held accountable for this. But I want to know your thoughts on Ruben Amorim so far. Do you think there's a chance that he makes the summer? Like if we don't win the Europa League, do you think he makes the summer? Do you think he stays beyond next season? And do you think he survives?
I think he does stay until the summer, but I think he does stay to the summer. But I got to be honest, and I said this on Flawless channel. At the minute, I don't trust him. I don't trust Ruben Amorim at the minute, bro. I got to be honest, because like the thing is that obviously I'm not going to go on a monologue how bad these players are, because I know how bad some of these players are, but like the fact is that he's playing he's still playing these man, bro. The fact is he's still playing the bad players, bro. Like he's still playing the bad players, bro. And he's not.
Sorry to interrupt you, bro, but when Luke Shaw came on that day, we conceded all 4 goals because of Luke Shaw. When Luke Shaw came on,
that's what I'm saying. Like we did not even need to bring on Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, bro. Luke Shaw's out of shape, bro. Yes. Bro, he's out of shape, bro. Like
he is.
Like what? Like, bro, when he came on, I looked at him and I was like, oh my god, this guy's really out of shape, Like, bro, like, and Amorim really brought this guy on. And
unfortunately, Lindelof had to go back home because of an incident in his family. I hope everything's
okay with that. Yeah, like where I am where I am with Amorim, yeah, because I said it last week on Flawless's show last week on Mandem United, like, because I said it last week. At the minute, obviously things could change, and I want Amorim to do well, but at the minute, bro, I'm Amorim out at the minute. I was Amorim out after the Newcastle game. I was Amorim out, bro, because the fact is, as a coach and as a manager, yeah, like you might not have all your players at all your disposal, cool, but I remember Amorim coming out in a press conference, and he basically said that he knew that that Manchester United wasn't going to bring in any players in January. He knew that Manchester United was in financial problems. He said that he knew the financial problems at Manchester United, and he knew that he wasn't going to bring Ineos wasn't going to bring him any players in January. So he's known since he's first come in that Ineos was never going to give him any players in January. So
Morata in January, though, because you know why? We needed a striker and a goal scorer. He was the only one available. Morata would have, at least, on a short-term deal, that wouldn't have been so bad. I don't like Morata as a player that much, because obviously, like, I don't really rate him that highly like people do. But he wouldn't have been the worst signing for us in January. On a short-term deal in January, if we need some goals, hey, Morata, join in. I'm not like, it has to be. We could have signed him on a cheap deal and gotten a striker, gotten goals. I like the Dorgus, and Dorgu's not bad, but I just don't see a reason why we need a left wing back over a striker when we're struggling to score goals.
Struggling to score. I get that. But it's like the thing is, Amorim knew Man United's financial situation, and he knew that Ineos wasn't going to bring him any players in. So so the fact is, he knew that. Yeah. So
we're lucky to even spend 30. We were lucky
to even spend. So when you know that the club isn't in the best position financially, you have to look at the squad and look you have to look at the squad and go, what can I do with the squad for 6 months? How can I get the best out of the squad for 6 months? And simply, whether we like it or not, the guy hasn't done that. Yes, there's circumstances to it, but there are circumstances to it, but whether people like it or not, these are the facts. He hasn't done that in 6 months. And like the thing is that yes, we all know Manchester United are bad. We all know Garnacho and Højlund are trashing that, yeah. But you keep on playing these guys. You keep on playing these guys. You are not helping yourself. Like the facts and reality is, Man United are bad, but we're not, bro. But we're not.
In the Newcastle game either, bro. He's now injured he's out for the rest of the season, bro.
Yeah, yes. This is what I mean. Like his Amorim's in-game management and his stubbornness, bro. It drives me mad, bro. It drives me mad, bro, because we seen, yeah, you would have watched the Wolves game as well, yeah. We've seen Harry Amas, Fredrickson, we've seen Harry Ahmad, we've seen Harry Amas and Fredrickson, yeah.
Decent player.
Yeah, Harry Amas, Fredrickson. We've seen Collier come into this team. We've seen Obi Martin come into this team. Yeah, and we've seen Heaven come into this team. Yeah, we've seen like 5 of our youngsters come into this team, and majority of these 5 youngsters, yeah, Kevin, majority of these 5 young players, yeah, have done better than majority of our senior players. They have done better than majority. They have done.
Shout out Heaven as well, by the way. Shout out
yes.
Heaven. He's injured now, but when he came in, he looked really, really good for us.
Yes.
So I'll give Aaron credit for that. He's getting the best out of the new players that are coming into the team.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The young players have done better than majority of the senior players, and it's like the fact is that he's being too stubborn, yeah, because he's playing Rasmus Højlund in front of Chido when we know Rasmus Højlund is like when Rasmus Højlund has gone 20 games without a goal, and when he went 00-16 last season twice, bro. and you're still playing this guy, bro. You're still playing this guy, bro. Like this is what the thing what annoys me about Amarim. Yeah, we've seen Xerxes. We've seen
I like
Xerxes.
the 0017.
But we've seen Xerxes. We've seen Xerxes. We've seen Xerxes, Harry Maguire, and Chido and Kobe Mainu all do better in the 9 than Rasmus Højlund. But you still persist on playing Rasmus Højlund. Why? Why? You still persist of playing with Garnacho. You're going mad at I see him in certain games, yeah, going mad and getting frustrated on the sidelines of Rasmus Højlund and Garnacho. But you keep on playing these guys. You keep on playing these guys. And the thing is, Amorim has not. And the thing is, Amorim's been too stubborn, yeah, and he hasn't adapted. Again, Dalot, another player, yeah. I'm not going to get onto Dalot because I know what Dalot is. Yeah, Dalot is not a wing back. So when you're playing Dalot as a wing back, it does not work. We've seen it time and time again. That Dalot as a wing back does not work. Yeah, we've seen Harry Amas and Dogu what have done better at wing back than the Dalot, but you still persist to play with Dalot. We've got the other you as well in the academy, the Mantoro you as well. Like there's so many things that this guy could have done, yeah. Like there's so many things that this guy could have done, yeah, to change things and to adapt things, but the guy hasn't chose to adapt. The guy I just chose to stick with the same players what are letting him down every week. You also expect Ugarte, yeah, and I feel bad, and I kind of feel a bit bad for Ugarte. Yeah, you expect Ugarte in certain games, yeah, to pick up the ball from the centre backs and to dictate play. Ugarte is not a dictator. He's not a midfielder that's going to dictate play. He's a midfielder that wins the ball back off the opposition.
He breaks up play.
Yeah, he breaks up play. But in certain games, I've seen Ugarte. I've seen in certain games that he expects Ugarte to pick up the ball and dictate play. Like no, like he's not that type of player. You've obviously the first couple of months you played Kobe Mainu as a pivot player, and then you came out in the press conference after the Victoria Pleasing game, and you said that he struggles to defend. So why have you been playing him in the pivot when you know that he struggles to defend in the pivot? Why have you been playing him in the pivot? It does not make sense.
It's this tactics and the system's formation as well. If it's not working, why continue with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to get relegated, bro. We ain't getting relegated now, but if Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester weren't as bad, we'd be relegated right now.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not against the manager. I'm just confused at what he actually wants to do, because if you want to get the best out of what you have, sell them on for good value later. You know what I mean? Because no one's gonna want them now. No one's gonna want them now. They ain't gonna leave.
No, but this is the thing. Playing like Mainu. This is the thing. Playing Mainu in a pivot, playing Ugarte in certain games as a dictator. Yeah, playing Mazzarari and Dalot majority of your time at wing backs. Yeah. And playing and persisting with Onana, yeah, in goal, yeah, persisting with Onana freaking in goal, bro. Bro, these are your mistakes. These are decisions that you've chosen to do, bro. Even in certain games where Bruno has underperformed, yeah. Like you could have dropped Bruno in certain games when he was underperforming, but you did not want to drop him because he's your guy. Dalot is your guy. You know what I mean? So like, this is the thing. Like people say, oh, he has to play Bruno. He has to play this. No, he doesn't, bro. Like, no, he doesn't. Like, he dropped Bruno in the Wolves game, bro. Yeah, and he dropped Bruno in the Wolves game, yeah, and when he made those substitutions in the Wolves game, when we brought on Dallo, Mason Mount, and Bruno in the Wolves game, we got worse, bro. We got worse.
We got worse, much
We
worse.
got worse with the substitutions, bro.
Much
And
worse,
this,
bro. Substitutions don't help anything. When you his substitutions are also late, and they don't make an impact enough. They don't impact the game.
no, and I'm looking at, bro, and I'm looking at it and going,
I interrupt you again. Why is he bringing on a left back for a striker when we need to score a goal?
bro, this is why he's lost it, bro. Because it's like, people can say, oh, he needs his own players, but the reason why I say, yeah, he needs to get the best out of what he's got, yeah, is because I've seen it happen with Ten Hag, and I've seen it happen with other managers, yeah. I remember in the second season, we signed, I think, 5 players in the summer transfer window under Ten Hag. We signed 5 players, yeah, and three of them got injured. Yeah, what happens? What happens next season? Say next summer, yeah, we sign 5 to 6 players, and four of them get injured. Then what happens then? What happens then? Because people don't want to have that conversation. People are just speaking about, oh, Amorim needs his own players. But if Amorim gets 6 of his own players and 4 of them get injured, what happens? What, he can't play his style of play because majority of his players are out? Come on, bro. This is the thing here, Kevin. This is why the manager needs to show what he can do with this bunch of players first. This is why he needs to show what he can do, what he can do at his disposal, because we can very easily, yeah, sign 5 or 6 players, yeah, and then 4.
Oh, it's just all like, it doesn't make any more sense.
No,
it doesn't make any more sense. You know what I mean?
We can easily sign 5 or 6. We can sign 5 or 6 players, yeah, and like 3 or 4 of them can get injured. That can very easily happen in a season, here, Kevin. That can very easily happen. Like, this is what people don't understand. People don't understand because people will come out with the same excuses what they did with Ten Hag. Because when Ten Hag couldn't play his style of play, because Ten Hag can't play his style of play because he doesn't have Martinez, he doesn't have Tyrell Malacia, because he doesn't have Luke Shaw. You know what I'm saying?
Rashford, Anthony, Malacia out on loan. People saying Dorgu's not his first choice. It is, because he signed Dorgu and loaned out Malacia. It is his first choice sign.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. And that's my point. Thank you. Amorim came out in the press conference and he clarified it. He said it was my decision to get rid of Anthony, Malacia, and Rashford. That was his decision. He said it himself. He said that was his own decision. That was his own decision. He chose to get rid of these players. He chose himself to get rid of these players, and he knew that he wasn't going to get any players into the club. So that's on him.
So he settled for Dorgu and he didn't sign a striker.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, and he settled for Dorgu. That's on him.
It's taken this long for Xerxes to start scoring goals, by the way, for United.
Yeah, and like, this guy hasn't given Xerxes a proper run of games. This guy might start Xerxes for like 1 or 2 games and then drop him. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like Xerxes has been one of our better players, yeah, but you still want to persist with Rasmus Højlund. And then, bro, it's like, bro, what is this guy doing? And then, bro, and then Cheeto, and then I see Cheeto in certain games. Cheeto's done all right when he's coming, yeah. And then Cheeto
against Wolves, he did okay against Wolves.
Yeah. Even in the FA Cup game where we got knocked out against Fulham in the FA Cup. He came on and created 3 chances for himself. He created single-handedly 3 chances for himself. yeah, and and then after that, yeah, and then after that, you don't even put him in the squad, bro. After that, you don't put him in the squad, and then all of a sudden against Wolves, you bring him back into the squad.
He's protecting him too much. You need to give him some minutes in games. Games that don't matter against Wolves, especially with
himself. I don't want to play. I don't want to play like some of the young players.
And I don't want. Sorry to interrupt you one more time. Yeah, remember the time when Hoyland had a free option to pass to the right side. Guy didn't pass.
Yeah,
that's our striker, bro. He doesn't want to pass. He can't control the ball. He barges defenders down, and not only that, right? But he also makes the exact same mistakes every single game. He loses the ball when he touches it. Once it's gone. Once he touches the ball, it's gone. It's not back. He doesn't win it back. He doesn't do all the dirty work. So what's the point of having him up front? He's really playing with 10 men every time we have him up front. You know what I'm saying? Garnacho as well, 9 men. 9 men.
No,
these two players are not going forward. We have to sign new players. We have to sign Cunha, which I will bring up in a bit. Transfer rumors, and we'll talk about.
But you're right. It's absolutely mad. But this is the thing. I'm not getting mad at Hoyland because I know what Hoyland is. I know Hoyland is trash. So I'm not going to crush it on him anymore because I know this guy is trash. I know he's trash. So I know Garnacho is trash. I know Hoyland is.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm not going to curse it because Hoyland and Garnacho don't pick the team. You pick the team, Ruben Amorim. You pick the team. The players don't pick the team. You pick the team. Yeah, and then the fact is, you're right about the system. You're right about the tactic as well because this is the thing. I've had the problem with the.
This is a good point because he actually can create against Sociedad, and
the
when Xerxes drops into the middle, he can create not only for himself, but he creates for himself and he scores a goal as well. So that's what I like. Xerxes, he scores.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I've had a problem with the personnel that Amorim is using, and I've had the problem with some of the tactics because it's like, for example, again, you play Harry Maguire at central centre back, and then you play him in a high line. You say Harry Maguire isn't good with a lot of space around him. You say Harry Maguire is not good with a lot of space around him, but you play Harry Maguire in a high line. Why? 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 What? Why are you playing Harry Maguire in a high line? What do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like this manager at times has been clueless, bro. Bro. Like, how are you going to play Harry Maguire in a high line? That does not make no sense. Like, this is the thing. Playing Mazzarri and Dalot, who are not going to give you outlets when they go forward. Mazzarri and Dalot going forward aren't going to give you any outlets. So why are you playing them? Why are you persisting with Onana, who's making mistake after mistake after mistake? Why are you persisting with Onana?
Our goalkeepers are terrible, by the way. Our goalkeepers are dreadful.
Why?
We can talk about India. By India had a really poor game against Newcastle. He gave the ball away 4 times to give Newcastle 4 goals.
Why? Bro. This man. This is the thing because this is the thing. Majority of our youngsters have done better, but then you don't want to give more of the youngsters a chance, yeah. When you've known that the majority of the youngsters have done better than most of our players, yeah. And then you play with like 7 and 8 defenders, yeah. And you expect why? And you play with 7 and 8. You play with 7 and 8 defenders, yeah. And you play Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund, who do absolutely zero up front, yeah. Like, and you expect why we are not scoring goals. You expect why we are not scoring goals. Like, that's the reason why we're not scoring goals because we have seven defenders and we have Rasmus Højlund and Garnacho. That's why we're not scoring goals, bro. That's why we're not scoring goals because you're not picking the right personnel. You're not picking the right personnel. And some of your tactics, and when you play certain players in the system, you are asking stuff that they are not good at. You're asking Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund and Bruno to press, yeah, when you know that they can't. When you know that they can't press properly.
When they can't do the basic shit. When they can't do the
Yeah,
basic shit. So yeah.
no. The thing is, yeah, people think I've said this before, yeah. People think pressing is just sprinting 100
Hard
mile
work.
per hour. It's not.
It makes players look like that. It makes players look like they can run. They're hardworking, but really and truly, like it's
No,
just it's not that hard for these players to go and press, right?
bro.
Tell them to press, they'll press, but ball retention is most important. Like you don't need to press, win the ball back. You just need to
Bro,
have
it's
good
like,
ball. We don't have that.
bro, it's like, but this is the thing.
Because you're making them run, making them cover a lot of distances. That's why people say, oh, they work hard, but really and truly, they're not that great.
Yeah, but they should work hard. That's a given. That's a given, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It beats talent.
That's a given. And it's like, bro, it's like, he's sprinting 100 mile per hour. No, sprinting is not about that. Sprinting, pressing is all about, yeah. Pressing is all about closing gaps and closing spaces, bro. That's what pressing is all about, bro. It's not about sprinting 100 mile per hour, bro. Clearly, when Bruno and Garnacho and Højlund press, they leave gaps, bro. They leave gaps. It's the same thing with Mason Mount. They leave gaps, bro, in the midfield. And you wonder why our midfield is getting wide open, bro. Because, bro, them man leave gaps when they press. So these men are not intelligent up here because it's all about IQ. They're not intelligent up here to press. So stop playing players, yeah, who can't press. Like it just does not make any sense to me what Amorim is doing at this club. Like the first 7.
Still backing him anyways. Like, I'm going to give him till next season at least. If we're 15th, I don't think I actually accept.
Yeah, it just makes me so mad with this fan base as well. Yeah, because our majority.
I'd even say December. If we're 15th by December, you should go.
Because majority of our, hey Kevin, can you believe this? Yeah, majority of our fan base are accepting Man United to finish 17th, bro. They are accepting Man United finishing 15th and 17th, and these men are saying, "Oh, it's not all on Ruben."
As long as we win the Europa League, I don't think people should care too much about where we finish in the league because the league is done now. The league was done since Ten Hag got sacked. Like, I'll be real. Since Ten Hag, actually no, sorry, my bad. Since Ten Hag got that contract, the season was written off 100% because we knew this guy that we're not serious. Or I knew Manchester United were not going to be serious this season. Once we kept Ten Hag for another year, I was like, that's it. This
bro.
We should.
You know how mad it's got, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's gotten really, really bad, bro. Trust me.
Bro, you know how mad it's got. When Amorim took over, yeah, when Amorim took over, Man United were 4 points off the top 4, bro. We were 4 points off the top. We were 4.
We were 2 points off Man City when we beat them as well, I think.
This is what I'm saying. We were 4 points off the top 4. Bro, we were 4 points off the top 4, and now we're like 18 and 19 points behind the top 4, bro. This is how bad it's got, bro. This is how bad it's got, yeah. Because, bro,
we are lucky. It's like Leicester aren't as bad.
That's what makes it, bro. This what makes it so jarring, though, yeah. If Amorim would have just played the right personnel just for 6 months, all I'm asking is for Amorim is to play the right personnel for 6 months. That's all I'm asking from him. That's all I'm asking from him. Like if he would have played the right personnel for just 6 months until the summer, yeah. If he would have played the right personnel and if he would have gave the youngsters more of a chance, yeah. Man United won't be in freaking 17th, bro. Man United won't be in 15th, 17th, bro. This is the thing. If Amorim did it, this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing. Man United, bro, we might be still not in a great position. We might be 8th or 9th or whatever. But like, bro, we won't be freaking 17th, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And this is the thing because what, like I said, what my major concern is, yeah, because I think I know this is gonna probably happen, and I won't be surprised if it does happen. Yeah, if we sign 6 players, yeah, and 3 or 4 of them get injured, what is Amarim? What is Amarim going to do then? What is Amarim going to do when majority of his signings are injured or suspended for a longer amount of time? What's he going to do? Because then we be having the same problems. You get me? We be having the
Yeah,
same problems. And this is why, yeah, and this is why you have to manage with the players that you've already got. Because if you don't show what you can do with a bunch of players, yeah, then that means next season when you have injuries, yeah, you're not going to cope. You're not going to cope with the majority of the players, yeah, if the majority of your signings get injured.
yeah. And I just want to move on. Yeah, we're gonna move on from Ruben Amorim and the Europa League now. So Europa League, the aim is to win it. That's all I have to say for me.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I just want to ask you quickly on the transfer rumors, and we'll close out because I have to go. Yeah. I've been hearing rumors that Cunha's have been heavily linked. Been hearing rumors that Victor Osimhen's personally. I don't know how the truth on Victor Osimhen, but
yeah. Yeah.
Turkey, Ryan Turkey, maybe if we can get him and we can build our attack in front of these with these 3 and maybe try and fit Ahmad into the team when he comes back. Hopefully he does. Hopefully Ahmad does come back for the semifinal as well, by the way. But then but what do you think of these transfer rumors? And we'll close out. Just want to
yeah. Obviously, like you said, there've been a few transfer rumors. There's obviously been Osimhen. There's been Cunha. There's been we've been linked with Liam Delap as well. Apparently, Liam Delap's been linked as well.
In my opinion, Liam Delap is not the player we should be going for. He's not a bad player, but he's not the player we should be going for as a United. Because if you like buy players from like sides that are going for relegation, then it's just embarrassing. I think for me, I think going for Ipswich and stuff like that is not the right way.
Yeah. Like obviously we've been linked with Osimhen, Liam Delap. I think there's been some links of Mateta as well, and then there's been links of and then there's been links of Cunha and Cherke. Like me and Flawless spoke about this yesterday on Me and Flawless spoke about this yesterday on Mandem United. Shout out Flawless. Me and Flawless spoke about this yesterday about the Cunha and like for me, like Cunha is a very Cunha would be a very good signing. It would be a very good start. It would be a good start if we get Cunha in. Obviously 62 million release clause. I'm not mad at it because he's a first team player. Obviously he's a first team player. He's experienced in the Premier League and he's a very good player. So 62 million in the climate of football, you can't go wrong. Because most players go for like 70, 80, 100 million pounds now. This is the world that we are living in football. So so Cunha, I think, because Cunha would fit our system perfectly, and this is the thing. And this is the thing, because I remember after when they announced the new Old Trafford Stadium, Omar Barada came out and said because they asked him about. They asked him about Amorim. The reporters asked Omar Barada about Amorim, and Omar Barada said that they are looking to sign versatile players. Apparently, Omar Barada wants Manchester United, our CEO, wants us to sign versatile players what can play in multiple of systems, not just in one system, in multiple.
Michael Olise would have been perfect. Cunha is perfect. He could play on the left, on the right, and he could even play up top sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. So what Omar Barada said about Man United,
he's trying to integrate Kobe Mainoo into the team, because Kobe Mainoo, right? Things with Kobe, play the 8, can play in the 6, and play in the 10. But I would much rather play him in the 10. If we don't get Cherky, I have to play Mainoo in the 10 next year, and then Ahmad has to be on the right wing back. Other than that, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Omar Barado said Omar Barado said him and Ineos are looking at recruiting players what can play in multiple of different systems, what are versatile. So Cunha fits that profile. Cunha perfectly fits that profile. Obviously, like I said on Florida's channel, he can play as a 10, as a 9. Obviously, we don't play we don't play with like left wingers and that, but he can play like left wing, etc. You know what I mean? So he's very versatile. So Cunha is a very good signing, and he would be a very, 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 very good signing if we was to bring him in, and we should bring him in because he fits our system perfectly. So the only thing I have with Osimhen is that obviously I know that the only thing, because obviously Osimhen, like a lot of reports are saying Osimhen wants 300k. Like that's the thing that I'm on the fence with a bit. Like if we give Osimhen 200k, I think that's fair, but 300, I think that's too much. Personally, I think that's 300k for Osimhen. I think that's too much, because I think the thing is Osimhen in the league, obviously he's played for Napoli, he's played for Leo, and he played for Galatasaray now. Obviously he's had six seasons at football. He's played 6 seasons in football, and out of those 6 seasons he scored 20 plus goals. He scored 21 goals for Galatasaray, and he had 1 season at Napoli where he scored 26 goals. Like and then the other seasons that he's been at Napoli, he's averaged like 15 goals, whatever. So for me, like if we bring in Osimhen on 200k plus bonuses, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But Man United should not give him 300k on the back, because his numbers are good, but they're not elite. His numbers are good, but they're not elite numbers. They're not like Harry Kane or Haaland or like Lewandowski's or Salah numbers. So like when you are on 300k, you need to be putting up like elite numbers. When you're on that type of money, you need to be putting elite numbers up. Osimhen has good numbers. I'm not saying Osimhen has bad numbers. He has good numbers, but they're not elite numbers. So Man United should be not giving Osimhen 300k. Like if Man United give Osimhen 200k plus bonuses, then good. Then I'll be happy with that. Like I said, on the Liam Delap thing, I said on Liam Delap that he's obviously I get what you're saying about Ipswich and that, but I think as well, I think Delap is a bit underrated at the same time, because I think the thing is with Delap is as well that he will the thing is with Delap is that because I've seen a few games of Ipswich here, he is good. Like he's not as good as linking up with play with Xerxes. He's not good as at linking up play as Xerxes is, but he's still good at linking up with play. He brings players into the game. He's good at that. He shoots the ball. He strikes the ball very well as well. He strikes the ball very well, whether it goes on or off target. He strikes the ball very cleanly. Liam Delap. He can bring other players into the game. He can run in behind as well. Like he is a very good striker, but he's playing obviously. I think that's get that downplayed because he plays for Ipswich. I think that gets downplayed a bit because he plays for Ipswich Town. Obviously, 30 million pounds. I could like if we signed Delap, I won't be personally mad at it because it's 30 million pounds. If it was like 9 to 80 million pounds,
maybe say that backup striker, I would take him. Yeah.
like 30 million pounds, like either way, if he was to work out, we would probably get double for him. But if he was not to work out, we would get majority of
Yeah.
the money back. So I don't think it's a worst deal in the world to make. But I think he's a very good striker, and I think he has good attributes. I think he has good attributes, and I don't think he would need a lot of time, because obviously I know he's played in the Prem for one season, but also he's been around Man City as well. Obviously he hasn't played so many games for Man City, but he's been around a big club. Like he's been around at Man City, so like I don't think it would take him a lot of time to get, you know what I mean, to hit the ground. So yeah, like for me, yeah, I personally don't mind who we bring in. I just don't want, if we was to bring in Osimhen, I just don't want Manchester United to give Osimhen 300k. That's the only thing.
I hear it, but sometimes you have to take a huge gamble if you want the player. And I know well in the past, but you have to try and take a gamble. I hear what you're saying though.
That's the thing. And if we are going to bring in Osimhen, we have to. If we are going to bring in Osimhen, because Osimhen and Delap are two different types of players. Like, because Osimhen is a player. Osimhen is a player that won't get. Osimhen is a player that will not get involved with build-up play too much. He's more of a box striker. He's more like a Haaland, basically. He's more like a Haaland. Like he's more of a box striker where you have to give him quite a bit of service, where you have to get crosses into the box, because he's very good in the air. He's very good in the air, Osimhen. Like I see him score a lot of headed goals, and I see him score a lot of tap-ins.
That's what we need a fox in the box. And
so we need. So if we are going to sign, but this is why we need clarity on how we are going to play as a football club. This is why we need clarity this is why we need clarity to know that what is our style of play. What are we going to play? Because this is the thing. If you're bringing a player like Osimhen in, we need players that are going to create for him, because he's not going to create chances for himself. We need players that are going to create for him. We are going to have to cater to him. It's like when Man City brought Haaland in, they had to adapt their game to Haaland. You know what I'm saying? Man City had to adapt to Haaland. That's how obviously they won the treble.
They had Ferran Torres before playing in the false nine or whatever it was. And now they brought Haaland in, so yeah, I hear what you mean.
Yeah. Because
I do have to go in a bit, so do try and finish your points off. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'd be very quick anyway. Like what I'm basically saying is, yeah, what I'm basically Liam Delap. Obviously, Liam Delap can create chances for himself. He's a striker that will link up and create chances for himself. Osimhen is the type of striker where he's a fox in the box. So Osimhen, so we need to bring in players that are going to facilitate for Osimhen if we was to bring him in. Because if we was to bring in Osimhen and we was not bringing in players that can create enough for Osimhen, then it's not going to work. You understand? Because I've seen it happen with previous strikers in the past. I've seen it happen with Ronaldo at 36 when Ronaldo came at his second stint at United. I've seen it happen with Lukaku. I've seen it happen with Lukaku and with Ronaldo, where they don't do too much in general play.
Yeah.
But they don't do too much in general play. They're more fox in the boxes. You know what I'm saying? So when you have players like that, you need majority of players to create chances for them. And that's the thing. If we was to bring in an Osimhen, the question is, are we going to bring in players that are going to create for him? That's my thing as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we got to make sure that we do if we was to bring him in.
Yeah. I agree with this. Wing backs are important. I would go for maybe Jeremy Frimpong, and I would also go for another attacking midfield. I'd go for Ryan Cherky, who's only like what 20 million, 25 million release clause.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, of course.
would go for a lot more. So I like our left backs. I think our left backs are okay. I like the midfield's okay. I guess we might need a ball playing midfielder for now. So we'll see who might get there. Osimhen striker. You know, we need a striker and all like that. I hear all your points, bro. But yeah, I do have to head out. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you
Big
guys
up.
are liking and subscribing because I am very, very close to 200 subs. King, I'll bring you on again soon, bro. I'll definitely bring you on again next. I think maybe next week before the Bilbao game. I think I'll bring you on again. So we'll preview the game and everything like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
So
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
big up,
yeah.
man. Big up coming
Big up.
on, man. Take care, people. We are out.
Take care.
Do like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, very, very close to 200 subs. Get me there soon. 13 of you watching. Head over to YouTube, AN Sports. Here's the channel if you guys need to. Here's the channel if you guys might need to check it out here. This is AN Sports on YouTube. Yeah, this one right here, people. This one, AN Sports on YouTube. But yeah, we're out, people. Peace. Have a good one. Sorry, where Bruno play? Bruno will play 8. I think Bruno will play 8 or 10. Alternate position. But yeah, people, we're out. Take care. Peace.
Yeah. Take care.